live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. You got the right to live. So go and live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. Let's start the live it up. Start the live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. You got the right to live. So go and live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. Let's start the live it up. Start the live it up.
I'm dangerous like tightrope. No talking, not that of a maestro. More like that lizard from Geico. When I lick, you go psycho. Downtown, I'm more famous than Michael. My game, I gave it to Tycho. Gene Simmons of my time. Whoa, got mind control. Damn control. Up to your spine and back down to your toes. Melt you, la mama, like pie and lamo.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Xander Effect. I'm your host, Xander Dames. Got a wonderful Saturday morning, or actually Saturday afternoon podcast for you here in entertainment. Going to be talking about how Taylor Swift and her Swifties are finally feeling vindicated after a new video of Taylor Swift and Kanye West's famous phone call leaked out, telling us a little bit more about the story between what happened in that whole situation. Going to talk about that later on. In sports, Rob Gronkowski makes his WWE debut. Very interesting debut on Friday Night SmackDown. Going to talk a little bit about that. And in video game news, PS5's got the specs. I'm going to tell you what they are. Plus, also in video game news, I have a special guest on the show, Jackie Lastra. She's a voiceover actress, and she has played many different roles in anime and in video games. Most recently, she was on the video game Grand Blue Fantasy. She played the NPC character Io. So it's going to be fun talking to her a little bit about her experiences doing voiceover acting and how fun everything is for her regarding anime and having to be playing video games and things like that. So that should be an awesome interview. But first, before we get started, here is onDoe's Ring right here on the Xander Effect.
Señorita, you know, I've been looking for you all of my life, and I just want to let you know that if you love me, you love me. If you don't love me, you tell me you don't love me. Hey, come on. Hey, some people say we don't need nobody to lean on. I don't agree though. Mamas have papas and papas have mamas, and people need people. Opposites equal. A baby so little. There's a chapel somewhere. Where? On a hill in San Pedro, overlooking the ocean, with a gazebo for a male and a female, hoping that he will propose to a face-to-face, hand-to-hand, body-to-body, and not through an email. Used to have problems with details. Now I know what you're wearing, like I've been working for women's retail. We going for a ride. Why don't you fasten your seatbelt? We will never forget or never regret the stuff that we said as we walked down the aisle through the altar, straight out the church into the car, 'cause it's an event. Marriage was meant, a man and a woman. I gotta stand up for something. Head over heels, like I fell on the steps. My head is still spinning from tumbling. Man, I'm just rambling, huh? And they say I don't know nothing, huh?
Maybe I'm dumb when it comes to love.
Baby, I've been calling you, hoping that you let me through.
Open up the door.
Maybe I can talk to you,
I mean, where you at? Where you been?
and possibly you say I do.
For real?
But you just let it ring, 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 ring.
Come on, girl. Stop letting the phone
If you would wear this ring, 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 ring. Hey, hey.
I'm assuming you love me, woman, you want me. Why don't you tell me? I come when you call me. There's something about you that plays with my heartbeat. There's something about you makes you feel like I'm melting. No matter what you say, nothing can stop me. Girl, you can help me. Don't take a selfie without me. Tell me about you like there's nothing about me. There's so much that you possess. Let me do your accounting. What would you say if I whisked you away? Pick you up from the job in the middle of the day in a helicopter with some tickets to a play or an opera. Right before we get there, and some lobster or a plate full of pasta. Then I hug you while I'm planning to surprise you. After the embrace, stand up in the place, get right up in your face. Then I stop you, get on one knee so everyone can see I'm in the posture. Take it out my pocket, then I open a little box up. Got that expression on your face like you just won an Oscar. Couldn't imagine my life without you.
Baby, I've been calling you, hoping that you let me through. Maybe I can talk to you, and possibly you say I do. But you just let it ring, ring,
to say that you do and act like you're true. I did that to you, girlfriend. It's plagiarism, yeah. To say that you care and act like you're there. You stole my idea, girlfriend. Lately I've been calling you, hoping that you let me through. Maybe I can talk to you, and possibly you say I do. But you just let it ring, 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 ring. If you would wear this ring, 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 ring. Lately I've been calling you, hoping that you let me through. Maybe I can talk to you, and possibly you say I do. But you just let it ring, 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 ring. If you would wear this ring, 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 ring. Hey, hey.
That was onDoe's Ring right here on the Xander Effect. In entertainment news, looks like Taylor Swift and her Swifties have been vindicated after so many people attacked her for basically called her a liar when Kanye West came out with his song "Famous," which contained the lyrics, "I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why I made that be famous." So the thing, the basic thing here is that Taylor Swift said that she didn't know he was going to go ahead. She knew about the phone call, but she didn't know he was going to go ahead and put those lyrics in there. And there's a huge ruckus about it, saying, you know, a lot of people calling her a liar. Kim Kardashian West went on social media and basically called Taylor Swift a liar, saying that she knew about it. And it was a huge mess. Well, it turns out that someone leaked footage from the conversation between Kanye West and Taylor Swift. And in fact, yes, Taylor Swift knew about a certain portion of those lyrics, but it seems that the part where it said why I made that be famous, she didn't know he was going to add that part in there. And it even says, as many people have seen the conversation, she even said that, oh, I hope that, you know, I thought you were going to go ahead and call me a B, that stupid B, and all this other stuff. You know, that's what I thought, you know, it was going to be about, you know, but, you know, it doesn't sound like it's so mean after all. But that's not the case. It looks like Kanye left that portion of the lyrics out, and that's what Taylor Swift was like, wait a minute, hold on, we didn't talk about this. Not only that, but she even said that she would think about it. Like, she would have to think about him putting the lyrics in there. She didn't even agree to the lyrics being placed in there. And that's what has a lot of Taylor Swift fans in an uproar against Kanye West and his wife, Kim Kardashian West, for blatantly lying and making Taylor Swift look like crap, look like a liar, look like a snake. I mean, social media was at an uproar, and it included, here's a couple of tweets from, there's one right here by @LilSwaggyDaddy2. They tweet, so in other news, the entire phone call between Kanye West and Taylor Swift leaked. Turns out she was telling the truth the whole time, and he's the snake instead of her. Another Twitter follower @LikePaperRings tweeted, so y'all bullied Taylor Swift, called her a snake, a liar, and tried to end her career, which led to her disappearing for a year and questioning whether she even wanted to continue making music. For what? For telling us the effing truth? Hashtag Kanye West is over party. Hashtag Taylor told the truth. Another Twitter follower tweeted, this Twitter follower Rep Lemonade tweeted, Pink was right since the beginning. Hashtag Kanye West is over party. And he retweeted a tweet that Pink tweeted, which said, Kanye West is the biggest piece of S on Earth. Quote me. Another Twitter follower said at Light Paper Rings, actually at Light Paper Rings said tweeted another tweet saying, Kim, when she wake up today and read all of her notifications and mentions on social media, hashtag Taylor told the truth, hashtag Taylor West is over party, and there's a meme that says #1 song on your iPod. And the tweet, there's a couple other ones right here. At 80s ex-lover tweeted, so you're telling me it took Kanye West 8 months to come up with the line, I feel like Taylor Swift owed me sex, while it took 18-year-old Taylor Swift only 20 minutes to write an iconic song like Love Story. Hashtag Kanye West is over party. At Taylor Swift 13 tweeted, Taylor Swift, take 2 years to make. Take 2 years to make an album. Kanye West, take 8 months to write one of the most stupidest line ever. Where is the talent? Hashtag Kanye West is over party. So it seems that Kanye West is about to get a lot of backlash, if he's not already getting a lot of backlash, over him lying that about the whole Taylor Swift incident. And man, this is gonna get heated really fast. In other entertainment news, it is a sad day in country music because country music legend Kenny Rogers passed away yesterday at the age of 81. But don't worry, folks, he didn't die of the virus or anything like that. He died of natural causes, according to his family, and he died peacefully in his bed. Kenny Rogers is very incredibly famous, not just in the country music industry, but he's also very famous in the music industry in general. And he made a lot of great hits, including 20 solo 45s to #1 on the country charts from 1977 to 1987, which two of them including his 1980 reading of Lionel Richie's Lady and his 1983 collaboration with Dolly Parton, Island in the Stream. He also worked with a number of other female vocalists such as Dottie West, Sheena Easton, Kim Carnes, and Anne Murray. He also had a pretty successful acting career. In 1978, he had the country chart topper The Gambler, which spawned 5 popular TV movies, and some other hits inspired small screen features. Rogers was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2013 and received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Country Music Association that same year. Many, many thanks to country music legend Kenny Rogers for all the memories and all the music. May he rest in peace, Kenny Rogers. In other entertainment news, today marks the 23rd anniversary of the movie Selena that Jennifer Lopez acted in. She portrayed the famous singer Selena Quintanilla. And today marks the anniversary of the movie being made, and of course this is the movie that jump-started Jennifer Lopez's career to stardom, actually. So today she decided to go on YouTube, social media, to say, join me today in hashtag celebrating Selena. And she went ahead and she posted a 3-minute video on YouTube that basically honors La Reina del Tejano. And it's been, and it's crazy. March 31st marks the 25th year of Selena's tragic and untimely passing. As we all know, Selena was starting her stardom. She broke so many barriers, both in Tex-Mex and English music. It was an amazing breakthrough. But unfortunately, it was cut short as she was actually murdered by one of her assistants in cold blood, and that woman has been in prison since it happened. But it's been so long since it happened, so it impacted the world, that in the music world so immensely, because of how Selena had so much life. She had so much, she was so full of life, so full of vibrance. And she, like I said, she broke these barriers that so many other musical artists couldn't, including her father, if you watch the movie. So it was a tragedy that so many people it impacted so many people of so many races. It brought so many people together, and it was something that was incredibly unprecedented. So Jennifer Lopez, they made the movie about her. Jennifer Lopez got the part of Selena, which she did amazing as well. She did an amazing job with it, and so many people really praised her for doing it. That's why she like blew up after that. Jennifer Lopez also added, Selena was such an inspiration to me, and I was so lucky to be chosen to play her. As an artist, this movie truly was an experience I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. Please share your memories of Selena and the movie with me below. So you guys can go ahead and check that out. Just go on YouTube and check out the 3-minute video. It honors her very well, and that's such a beautiful tribute to an amazing artist. Up next in sports, Rob Gronkowski goes ahead and makes his WWE debut. But first, before we get into that, here are the Pondhawks Drive right here on the Xander Effect. That was the Pondhawks Drive right here on the Xander Effect. Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day so far. I am, I know that much. In sports, looks like Rob Gronkowski has officially made his WWE debut, but not as you think exactly, because you think he was actually coming on as a WWE wrestler, which as far as certain reports go, it seems that is the case. So far, he's starting off slow. He started off small as the official host of WrestleMania that's coming up on April 5th. from the Performance Center in Orlando, and he came out with his good friend Mojo Rawley, and and they pretty much seemed like they were quote hyped for his appearance there. They were talking for a good amount of time, talking about how he's so happy to be a part of the WWE and everything, hosting WrestleMania. They got interrupted by King Baron Corbin, and they got into a little bit of a verbal match here and there, and then Baron Corbin got interrupted by Elias, and there was a huge scuffle that happened after that, to the point that looks like Rob Gronkowski ended up shoving Baron Corbin over Mojo Rawley, tripping him and putting him on his back. Then came Elias, clotheslined him out of the ring, and at the end of this whole scuffle, Rob Gronkowski basically said, "I don't have the authority to make a match, but I can advocate for one, which is Baron Corbin versus Elias at WrestleMania." So no doubt that's going to be a match that's going to be put on the card as well at WrestleMania on April 5th. Who knows if Gronk is going to go ahead and interfere, or maybe a wrestling match might ensue from that. Who knows? Only time will tell. For right now, what is definitely certain is that he is a part of the WWE. He's not just hosting WrestleMania, he will be a part of the WWE. Without a doubt, he's going through the Performance Center and training, getting ready to actually have a match in the near future. In other sports news, Jameis Winston says goodbye to Tampa Bay in a social media post. He went ahead and said, quote, "It's been a great 5 seasons as a Buccaneer I love and respect. I love Tampa, and I look forward to seeing y'all again in February. Hashtag SBLV, hashtag 2020 vision, hashtag dream forever," is what he posted on Twitter. He basically is saying goodbye to Tampa Bay. No word onto exactly where he will end up. He's right now a free agent, so it's still up in the air, trying to figure out exactly where Winston's going to end, or where he's going to wind up when the season begins, if in fact there even is a season at this point right now with everything that's going on. So here's hoping that he lands on a good team. Here's hoping we have a good football season, and here's hoping for a lot of things. In other sports news, Kamaru Usman TMZ and pretty much goes into talking mad trash about Jorge Masvidal, and he's talking crap about Colby Covington and Conor McGregor and all this stuff, because Usman and Masvidal were scheduled to fight in July, until, of course, plans changed because of the current situation in the world right now. So he went on TMZ Live and had an interview where he says, quote, "Honestly, if I'm being honest," and this is towards Jorge Masvidal, "honestly, if I'm being honest, do I believe that he deserves the fight next? No, I don't think that he deserves the fight, but at the same time, he's got the hype right now. He seriously thinks he's a superstar. He's talking about how I'm the most famous fighter. I'm more famous than Conor and this and that. You're drinking your own Kool-Aid, right now." He forgets that literally less than a year ago, or 2 years ago, he was just Journeyman George. Now you lost some weight, did a little Spanish reality show, and came back, and now he thinks he's just Jacques Cousteau or something. My man, relax. And that was towards Jorge Masvidal. Now he went on to Colby Covington, and he says, he basically says, "Colby, I'll be more than happy to put another cannon to your face. Easy as that." So that was Colby. To Conor McGregor, he said, "I'd be crazy if I said I didn't want to fight, because Conor is one of those guys that's transcended the sport. And of course, I think people would love to see me go in there and spank him anyway. That I want. So that's a fight that I always want. So if Conor's feeling froggy, that fight could happen anytime. So that's a wild card right there. That could happen anytime. If he's feeling froggy, if he wakes up on the right side of the bed and is like, you know what, I want to get my ass beat today, that fight could happen anytime. So for the time being, as many fighters are quarantined so far, Kamaru Usman is feeling a little froggy himself, and who knows if that's going to end up happening. Who knows if that fight will in fact actually happen. Only time will tell, depending on how the situation changes. Hopefully we'll go ahead and see an amazing fight between those two fighters. Up next in video game news, I have an opportunity to speak to a voiceover actress, Jackie Lastra, and she talks to me a little bit about the many joys she has in doing voiceover acting and how she's been in so many anime movies and also video games. But first, before we get into that, here is Runaway by Amanda Holley, right here on the Xander Effect.
You just screwed up, it's your chance. I'm on a new wave, and need to slow it down, but pump your brakes. Switching double lanes, boy, you are lame. You talk that talk, but you can't back it up. Feeling some kind of way, I had enough. I'ma let you run, run away, run away, run away, run away. Love, she ain't gon' break my heart, boy. No, run away, run away, run away, run away. Ain't got no time to play, no place to make. Pick up for my new day, no place to play. I'ma let you run, boy. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Yeah. Feeling yourself, you got nerve. You got blocked, you got curved. I'm on a new wave, and need to slow it down, but pump your brakes. Switching double lanes, boy, you are lame. You talk that talk, but you can't back it up. Feeling some kind of way, I had enough. I'ma let you run, boy. Run away, run away, run away, run away. But you ain't gon' break my heart, boy. No, run away, run away, run away, run away. Ain't got no time to play, no place to make. Pick up for my new day, no place to play. I'ma let you run, boy. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Run, boy, run, boy. Run, boy, run, boy. You run, I'ma let you run, run away, run away, run away. But you ain't gon' break my heart, boy. Run away, run away. Ain't got no time to play, no place to make. Pick up for my new day, no place to play. I'ma let you run, boy. Run away, run away, run away, run away.
So on the Xander Effect, I have a voiceover actress, and she's also been on a few video games. Her name is Jackie Lastra. Jackie, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm quarantined, like the rest of us are, right? Like this is absolutely crazy what's going on right now.
Oh my goodness, you're not kidding. It's madness out there.
You know what, though? But I have plenty of toilet paper, so, the toilet paper revolution is here.
There you go.
I'll be able to survive the apocalypse of toilet paper, of shortage of toilet paper, so we're good.
You won't have to resort to leaves. Very nice.
Well, not voluntarily.
Hey, some texture right there.
Right? Hey, I'm just saying, some of us have to go ahead and just,
Might get a better grip.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly. I'm saying just make sure you watch for, poison oak or something like that.
Right. This is a weird start.
Right? Exactly. It so is. We're talking about you, not TP or my butt. So
hey, it's topical.
Right, exactly. So you are the first guest I have on the topic of video games because you've done the voiceover of a couple of video games. Why don't you tell me about, well, first of all, before we get into that, I want to ask, how did you get started in voiceover work? Because that's a very, very unique genre.
Yeah, well, I've always done like singing and acting all throughout my life. and mostly stage. And so I moved out to California and started with film a little bit and just couldn't quite get my footing. Like, it was fun, but it was just a weird industry. And one of my friends one day was just like, hey, you love anime. Why don't you come to this voiceover class that I'm doing, or that I've been going to? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. And I stepped in that booth and knew immediately I never wanted to do anything else with my life.
Wow. So you just got such a hang for it, and you were just like, you know what, this is awesome.
It was, I could really wow. So,
well, no one said voiceover work.
Guys, I speak for a living. Immerse myself into the character and not have to worry about what's going around me, and it's just me and the mic, and I could just be completely free, and I just loved it.
Is it difficult? Like, is it difficult work? Is it more difficult than acting? Like, well, I mean, you're already acting. I know you're already acting, but I mean, you know,
still acting.
I know it didn't know, and that's why you see, that's why I corrected myself. It's still acting.
But I couldn't let you get away with that.
I know, and I hate you for it, but I love you at the same time. So, is it any more difficult than acting?
I would say it's just different. It's a completely different medium, and each aspect of voice acting is a little bit different. So you got the commercial, you have original animation, and then you have dubbing. And dubbing, I would say, is the most difficult, just because, as one of my favorite directors said it one time, it's acting with math, because you have to act, but you have to put it within the time constraints of the lip flaps. So in that aspect, it's a little more complicated. I would say video games and original animation is probably my favorite to record, just because you don't have any constraints. You could just go as wild and crazy as you want, and It's up to the director to like kind of bring you back.
Nice. So that's really cool. Yeah, because I was about to say, because sometimes, you know, if you go ahead and, you know, you have to be in line with the lip smack, at the same time, you know, it'll end up looking like it's a foreign film.
Absolutely.
You're right.
And
You're like trying to say no, and the lips still keep on moving. It's like, okay, that was the wrong line apparently.
and dubbing has come such a long way over the years. Like, you look at anime or even foreign films back in the 80s, and I feel like they really didn't care as much with the lip flaps. But if you look at it now, even Netflix has a ton of foreign films that they've dubbed into English with live action films, and they're really good. They're really well adapted, and we're really striving to kind of bring the whole world together entertainment wise, and I love that.
No, that's really cool. But I mean, so, and I know we're trying to focus on video games here,
right?
But you know, I just can't help myself, because it's one of those things that, you know, you're doing voice acting. Are you still doing any other acting, or are you just focused on voice now?
I'm just focused on voice. I do a little music here and there, but I mean, the voice just keeps me so busy, and it's my home. So I've just found my little niche here.
You found your niece. Right on. Sorry, I got a Boy Meets World flashback right now.
It's cool. I love Boy Meets World. You
know, a place with squirrels, you know. He's like, I have a niece. Nid. Okay. Anyways, I'm going off topic here.
It's cool.
So yeah, so basically, so you're just focusing on voiceover acting. Have you done what kind of anime have you done? Because I mean, we're just gonna go ahead and just talk about everything now.
Yeah, might as well.
What kind of anime have you been doing?
So some of the series you can catch me on are Rising of the Shield Hero, where I play Melty, The Promised Neverland, Kanye, Sword Art Online, One Punch Man, and Grand Blue Fantasy, of course. That we'll be talking about that one with the video games too. But that one, you can see the first season of the anime on Netflix right now.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I gotta ask, can you do one? Can you do that voice? Because I gotta hear that voice real quick. So I watch it. I'm like, oh my god, that's Jackie.
I'll do EO because she is so fresh in my mind right now.
Okay.
What's with this lizard? Personal space, please.
Nice. So, and you know what? It sounds so natural too.
It's was very close to my normal snotty voice. I could just fall into it very easily.
Well, I mean, it's like I have a habit of doing voiceovers as well. I have, but I do impressions more than anything. I do like Mickey Mouse.
Nice.
I do Cartman, but I do porn Mickey, which is really disturbing to some people. Yeah, it's crazy. I do, oh boy, what a rocket, but then porn Mickey comes out. And porn Mickey goes, suck my... Oh, and I'm not going to go into that one. That's just so bad. It can go ahead and scar a lot of people.
I'm already scarred.
I did that for a friend of mine, and she's just like, I can never look Mickey the same again. And I'm just like, good. So, yeah, it's just
Mickey has been ruined since South Park for me.
Respect my authority! I got the Cartman voice down, so...
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I've always been interested in voiceover work because everybody's like...
get into it, especially now.
Everybody, right? Especially now since we're all quarantined anyway.
Exactly. You can do it right from your place.
Right? And be like, whoa, you're like the voice of that. And I'm just like, dude, yeah. So, I don't know, maybe we'll talk. Well, you and I, we should talk.
We should talk.
But we're talking about you here. And the fact of the matter that you're doing all these voices... How did they approach you to do the voice for video games?
It was just like any other audition, where the casting director just sends me some sides and possibly I get a voice reference if it's already been dubbed, and I submit it back and hope for the best. But the way that I really first got into it after I realized that I wanted to do it is I started just building a reel online, just kind of doing little projects here and there that I could find. And then once I kind of got that together, then I went to an open audition at an anime convention.
Oh, wow.
And they brought me into that studio and I auditioned and stuck with them.
The rest was animation rock and roll history.
That's right.
So what's the craziest character that you've been that you've done so far that's been your favorite?
That's been my favorite. Okay, craziest character that was my favorite was Felice from Crystar, which by Spike Chunsoft, I believe. Yes. I'm really bad at these, knowing that
you're just as bad as remembering people's names. I said for the longest time you were calling me Sam. It was weird.
Oh my goodness!
I'm just kidding. No, we weren't. No, you weren't. But I'm just kidding.
I'm terrible.
But yeah. So what was so crazy and awesome about that character that you liked?
It was my first villain character.
Everybody likes doing the villains. I don't know why. Everybody's always the favorites is always villains.
Yes, she was just so, and it wasn't just that she was evil. She was psychotic and evil. And it was a voice that I had never even thought I could make before, but I got sent the audition and the voice reference, and I'm just like, sure, let's try this. And it ended up just getting it, and I left every session just feeling so fulfilled creatively. Nice. It was just wonderful.
Nice. So it wasn't off of your real personality, because I know you, Jackie. That's why. Well, for those of you that don't know, Jackie and I, we actually have known each other for a long time. She's a friend of mine. We used to work together a long time ago. And she was a nut job when I worked with her, that's one of the reasons why I loved working with her. Because the woman is just like, oh my God, you're crazy. You're awesome. You're just like me. I love you. She's so, like, Jackie's been like the coolest person I've ever met in my life. So like hearing her describe this character, I'm like, it sounds right about her alley when she gets pissed.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, she's pretty insane. And she has a very obsessive, almost sexual frustration or fixation with the main character. So it's a wonderful, I love her.
Nice.
It's great.
Nice. I'm gonna have to check that one out. But right now, currently, you're playing EO, and that's one of the games, right? That's you're
yes.
playing in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. You said
yes. That
And
one
how's-
just came out.
How's playing that character like?
Oh, it's so much fun. Unfortunately, she doesn't get to fight, so you can't play as her yet. I don't know.
That's not fair. That's
I
not
know.
fair, though. Like, come on.
I know. If you really want to play as me, though, you could still play as me in Ys 8 or the One Punch Man game that just came out.
Nice.
Yeah, but no, she's super cute and she helps you save the world, and she only appears really in the RPG aspect of the game because it is a fighting game, but there are RPG elements. So she appears during there, and yeah, it's cute. It was nice to be able to kind of reprise her role because she was the first anime character I ever played. So it was nice to bring her back and see her in not an anime setting.
Well, that's cool. I mean, what's really cool is that, like, I mean, well, actually, I gotta ask, how weird is it to, because I'm sure you played the game. Obviously, you did the voiceover, so, and you're also a gamer. How weird is it to hear your own voice coming back at you from these characters that you're playing?
It is so weird. It is it's not as weird as the Somnium Files was probably the weirdest for me because there was a lot of my singing in it as well, and I get a little self-conscious when I hear my own singing, so having to like watch it on stream and just deal with it going on was very uncomfortable for me.
Oh wow.
But it was fine. I get used to the speaking after a while. But it is still a little off-putting every single time.
I could imagine. Well, trust me, every time I hear my own voice on my on my podcast, I'm just like, yeah, I screwed that up.
Oh no, yup.
See, I need to fix that. I'm always correcting myself, and I'm just like, why do I sound stupid? What is wrong with me?
I get that every time. Like, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? That's like, so dumb.
Like, why am I doing this job right now if I don't know how to do this job right now? Like, come on. No, it's crazy. No, I feel your pain though when it comes to like, you know, self-criticizing, you know, what your craft and everything. But yeah, folks, she's also a singer. Jackie's also a singer. And what have you been doing anything besides, you know, the anime stuff? Have you been doing anything with singing?
Not really. I just sing as my characters. I have one client that I do little children's YouTube videos for, and
cool.
I sing like nursery rhymes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's super fun.
I mean, but are you trying to like get into like, you know, are you trying to do some singing as well?
Not really. I just do it for fun.
Oh, okay. Well,
once
that's cool.
it becomes a job, then it becomes, then I don't want to do it anymore.
Gotcha. So, okay. So we talked about you being a gamer. What's your favorite? I mean, because you're on PS4, and you also play. Which was the other platform?
The Switch.
You play on the Switch as well. So, I mean, I'm an Xbox user. You know, trying to get. Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
I know.
It's all right. Neither one of us are PCs, so neither one of us are cool enough.
Yeah, we can't go ahead and hack the systems.
No.
I hate that cross-play stuff. Like, oh God, it irritates me because I play Call of Duty, and you know, like they have the cross-play with the PC gamers, and the PC gamers they find a way to hack. They find a way to do all. I'm like, really? I'm like,
just
I
play
can't
the
kill you.
game.
Like, I can't kill you because you got God mode on. Come on. It's I had a situation like that once a couple of months ago when Call of Duty first came out and they introduced cross-platforming, and we were playing against some PC gamers. They were trolling. They were getting in front of me. They kept on, and I was shooting at them, and nothing was happening. And I kept shooting, nothing was happening, and they just kept on coming at me, just trolling me the entire time until they finally killed my character. And I'm just like, really?
How is that even fun?
It's not. We all reported them. And
good.
But the problem is that you report them, but they're PC gamers. They're not Microsoft.
Right.
So they can't do anything to them. You know, but you could only report them to Ubisoft or not Ubisoft. I forgot the the company that does Call of Duty, but you could only report it to them, and they're the ones that have to go ahead and do something about these PC gamers or fix their system, so that way PC gamers don't hack the system or don't, introduce exploits, to screw with other gamers. But besides that, I mean, you're a gamer. What are your favorite games that you like to play?
I usually stick to RPGs. My favorite game of all time is Kingdom Hearts.
Love you for that one, because that's my favorite too.
Oh, yay!
Yes, I love Kingdom Hearts.
Which one was your favorite?
Well, okay, so unfortunately, I was only able to play the first one, and I didn't even get the chance to finish it. That's the worst part. I didn't even get a chance to finish it. I'm so angry about that, because I wanted to finish it. It was such a good story.
You have had 15 years.
Yeah, I know. Well, okay. So the problem is that I had a PlayStation, and then I switched over to Xbox. That's why I wasn't able to finish playing the rest of them, because Kingdom Hearts is exclusively only exclusively only for PlayStation.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's what you get for going with Xbox.
I mean, we were friends, and then you decided to do this to me while we're in the middle of the interview.
You did it to yourself.
No, I did not. Okay, PlayStation. Well, I'm not going to have this conversation with you, Jackie. Okay, I'm about to leave my own interview in about 2 seconds because of you. Okay, you host the show. But the thing is that they are trying to bring Kingdom Hearts to the Xbox. Like, I started seeing that. They actually introduced like a Kingdom Hearts pack.
So you only be 10 years behind.
Well, they only have part 2 and part 3, and I'm just like, come on, give me part 1. I want to play part 1. Don't make me go back to PlayStation again. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to go back to PlayStation. I really do. Right. Because there's a lot of cool stuff going on. I love playing both platforms. I like both Xbox and PlayStation, because there's certain games on PlayStation that I love that I can't play on Xbox because they're exclusive to PlayStation.
Right.
And vice versa. So that's why I like being on both platforms. They're both incredible systems, especially with the new ones coming out with the Xbox Series X and the PS5. So I'm looking forward to all that. I mean, are you looking forward to any of that stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I am so looking forward to PS5.
Really?
I'm sure the Xbox X edition is going to be great. It'll be fantastic.
You sound so sincere when you say that.
Look, I haven't had an Xbox since, oh goodness, it had to be the 360. And
why did you switch?
Red Ring of Death.
That's why you switched. Okay, I'm with you on that.
That's why I switched, and I have never gone back.
But you know what, though? But Microsoft is actually really cool, because I had the Red Ring of Death as well, and I was able to send it over to Microsoft, and they sent me a new one.
Oh. Well,
you didn't know you could do that, could you?
I didn't do that.
Yeah, see.
I just switched.
Yeah, that was your fault.
Not really, because I like all those games on PlayStation.
You know what? I'm gonna place blame on you anyway, simply because you placed blame on me already.
That's fair.
We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna do that, okay?
Fine. Do it.
You're going Starsky and Hutch on me. You're going. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Go on, do it. Anyways, eventually I'm gonna more than likely get both systems when I become a millionaire. And be able to like go ahead and just play on both systems and just do it that way, because I like both systems, and I miss PlayStation. I really miss PlayStation. Microsoft has been good to me. I've met a lot of cool people on there, in the gaming world. But I seriously there's, PlayStation has a lot more advantages, especially a lot of free stuff.
Yeah.
That Xbox doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot less maintenance that PlayStation does, and Xbox, there's a lot of glitchy stuff that Xbox has on their system, Microsoft has in their system. So it's there's a lot of advantages to having a Sony PlayStation versus Microsoft Xbox. So yeah, I might end up switching back again. It's just so hard, because I've been through the 360, I've been through the one, and I've met so many people. It would be a difficult transition.
I got
because it's kind of like going to a brand new school.
Yeah.
Having to make brand new friends, starting all over again.
Oh no, social again.
Oh God, it's just I gotta talk. I gotta go ahead and do this all over. I was already popular.
Okay,
cool.
let's not go that far.
Ouch. Ouch.
Love you.
That just hurts so much. That hurts worse than being in quarantine right now. Because I have to live with that right now in quarantine on top of everything else. So,
You just got to stew in that.
it has to be done. It has to be done. So, but I mean, we're totally going off topic.
Yes, we are. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Well, we're talking about your favorite games that you play.
Yeah.
See, you need me for that. You need me to
I
keep
do.
you on track on everything. So the games that you play mostly are RPG. Kingdom Hearts is your favorite game that you love to play.
Yes.
I gotta agree with that. I mean, the storyline that they did on Kingdom Hearts is absolutely fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And
especially the first one.
oh God, it's just I cried in a couple of those scenes in the first one.
You should. It was heart-wrenching.
It was the stuff that he went through. I was just like, oh, why is he? Oh my God, why? Oh my God, from the waterworks. Oh, why are you doing it? Yeah, that was me in a nutshell.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was awesome. Big old moko coming out, while I'm crying and everything. It was awesome. So
Quite a visual there.
I know,
Love
right?
it.
Picture that one. It was awesome. And it's lunchtime. But yeah, no, that's really cool. I mean, are you going to be doing any more? I mean, do you have any projects coming up very soon?
I do. I have a couple that I am recording currently, but I cannot talk about them yet, unfortunately.
That's you can't tease people like that.
There's this whole NDA thing that I kind of signed.
Oh, God, that pesky NDA thing.
Look, you're telling me my whole life is an NDA. I keep people ask, and I'm like, I'm doing stuff. I promise. I just can't tell you about it.
Oh my! Can you at least say if it's an animal, vegetable, or mineral that you're playing?
I play a person.
Okay, we'll go with that.
A human. I play a human
Nice.
in all of the games that I am recording right now.
Nice. No vegetable. Right
No
on.
vegetable. Dang,
Glad
I'm
that-
missing out.
Right? I mean, come on. You could easily be a celery.
I could. That's my calling. That's going to be the pinnacle of my career right there.
Jackie Celery. Jackie Celery.
Yes.
There it is. I just did it right there. I just gave you a character.
I love it.
So, this is so bad.
I don't know. This went a weird way.
We're just going all over. We're going off the rails here, people. Just
It's
stay with us.
quarantine. No one knows.
Exactly. The quarantine's getting to all of us, including us to do this voice stuff. Okay, we're going out of our minds here.
I'm going
Okay.
crazy. I'm streaming every single day.
Oh my God! It's
Something to do.
I'm all in the dark in a dark room right now, just talking and hoping that people listen and hoping that Jackie doesn't think I'm completely crazy, although I am.
Oh, that was long ago. I knew
That's
that.
true when we were working together. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I knew that for a
figured
while.
that. Yeah, that's the impression I give to a lot of people. Mainly the reason why I'm single.
No.
It's women are like, yeah, you're weird. Stop doing the Mickey Mouse voice. But
No.
I can't. It's my calling card.
Good to be weird.
Right? Normal people scare me. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
It's overrated.
right? Who cares? Normal is just that's why we're in the situation that we're in because of normal people.
Exactly.
But no, I mean, but that's cool though that you're still keeping busy. You're still doing your voiceover. What else are you doing to keep busy during this time?
I am reading a lot. Except I'm down to my last book, so I'm so scared.
Oh no! It's
my
time to use it as
apartment
TP.
Huh?
Time to use it as TP.
Absolutely. No, not my precious books. I'm cleaning a lot and streaming a lot, and that's pretty much it.
So your normal life, right on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, pretty much. Except I just don't get to leave the apartment. My gym schedule has kind of changed, which sucks because the gym is closed.
Mhm.
So I've been having to do in-home exercises, which is very difficult with two small dogs.
Wow. Yeah, especially when they jump on you like, mommy,
Yep.
mommy. I have a question. So if you had a voice for your dogs.
For my dogs.
For your dogs, yeah. If you had a voice to put on your dogs, what kind of voice would that be for both your dogs? Well, first of all, what kind of dogs are they?
They're both Chihuahua mixes.
Oh, this will be easy. So what kind of voice would you put to your Chihuahua mixes?
All right, so Bella's kind of a snotty little princess. So she would kind of talk like this, and tell me to do everything for her, because she's the best doggy in the whole wide world.
This is awesome.
And then Meaty, he's a little, oh my gosh, he's a hyperactive little turd.
That's a wonderful way to describe your animal.
I love him. He is the dumbest dog in the world.
And the hits just keep on coming.
But look, he has the best personality, and he just loves the crap out of everyone. But let's see, what kind of voice? He'd be like, "Oh my God, Mommy, can we go outside? Can you pet me now? Oh my God."
Oh my God. That's awesome.
They both have very squeaky voices because they're little.
Yeah, well, they're Chihuahua mixes, so yeah, I could see that. You should totally go ahead and start your own YouTube show of your Chihuahuas. That would be seriously, you should just find yourself an animator, find yourself a person that draws and everything, and just start doing that, because it's just perfect.
I mean, I'm in the house. I might as well just make home videos with them and then voice over it.
Yes, that's a good idea. Just go ahead and follow them around with a camera or with your phone or whatever, and just, pick out the, because everybody's doing the whole TikTok thing.
Right.
So that's the thing that's in TikTok is making a killing right now. So it's so crazy because it was kind of popular, but now it's super popular.
Yeah, everyone's locked inside now.
Yeah, so it's TikTok galore. So yeah, you might as well go ahead and join the TikTok brigade.
There we go.
And start making
and give
videos
all my
of your
information
dogs.
to China. Sure.
Wow, you're one of those. So one of those. I swear.
Oh, I don't know actually.
Do you have the tinfoil over on your head too?
No.
You don't.
I don't go that crazy.
Come on, Jackie. You're there. I saw a recent Instagram post, and I'm just yeah, because you don't look crazy at all.
That I posted?
Yeah.
Oh, the one where I was the St. Patrick's Day one?
Yeah. I'm yeah, she doesn't look crazy. She doesn't look like she's about to lose it at all. Not even a little bit. Oh my gosh.
I had just finished cleaning my entire apartment, and I was sitting there, and I'm just what do I do now? I'm so bored.
I'll post a non-psychotic selfie. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, in talking about that, I gotta ask, how can people stalk you to go ahead and see your craziness?
Well, on Instagram, my handle is Jackie Lynn VO. Twitter, it's Jackie Lastra. Last name is Lastra. You can follow my Twitch streams on Moon PRNCSS. And I also have a Discord that you can just keep up to date with all the streams and just talk a whole lot of nonsense. And that Discord link you can find on my Twitch stream as well.
Awesome. Then that's what we'll all do. We'll go ahead and stalk you on all platforms, and see what you've been up to, and that would be a lot of fun to go ahead and, I'm sure that you talk to a lot of the subscribers on there as well. So. Oh,
absolutely. And once a week we try to get a game in where I play with the audience. So if you guys have the same game, we can definitely have a good time there.
Yeah, that's not going to happen between you and I, kid.
Well, if you hop on for one of our Jackbox streams, you can play with us. Okay,
cool. Then I'll go ahead and make sure I'll do that. Jackie, thank you so much for being on the Xander Effect. Loved talking with you. Loved chatting with you. Loved hearing your voices. Looking forward to so many more voiceovers at characters that you're going to be portraying. I mean, hopefully I'll get to see you on TV. Would you like to, what kind of, I'm sure that you probably like to be on The Simpsons or something like that.
Oh, of course. That would be amazing.
I could so see you doing a voice either on The Simpsons or on Family Guy, any of those things. I mean, dude, seriously, I could see that.
Dream.
I could see that. You never know. That could actually happen very soon.
Hopefully. We'll see.
That could happen. Thanks again, Jackie, for being on the Xander Effect, and I hope to see you very soon.
Same, after we all get better.
Exactly. Stay safe out there, please.
You too.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Being Thank you so much, Jackie, for being on the Xander Effect. I look forward to definitely having you back on the show again very soon in the near future. If you guys want to go ahead and listen to, like, you'll be able to hear Jackie Lastra's voice in so many different places. Obviously, she plays Io in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, as she mentioned, plus a lot of other anime films. Just go ahead and follow her on her Instagram, Twitter, etc. Stalk her. She loves to be stalked. Make sure you do that. In other video game news, PlayStation 5 specs are out, and they come as follows. The specs for the CPU are 8 times Zen, 2 cores at 3.5 gigahertz, variable frequency. The spec for the GPU is 10.28 T-flops, 36 CUs at 2.23 gigahertz, variable frequency. The GPU architecture, the spec on that one is custom RDNA 2. The memory / interface, the spec on that one is 16 gigabytes, GDDR6 / 256-bit. The specs on the memory bandwidth is 448 gigabytes. The internal storage specs are custom 828 25 gigabytes SSD. The I/O throughput, the specs on that one is 5.5 gigabytes raw, typical 8 through 9 gigabytes compressed. The expandable storage specs are NVMe SSD slot. The external storage specs are USB HDD support, and the optical drive specs are 4K UHD Blu-ray drive. So those are your specs that Sony has given for the upcoming PS5. Make sure you guys check it out. It looks like there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming in for the PS5. You guys are going to love it. I guarantee it, along with the Xbox Series X. Both consoles are going to be available this year, so make sure you watch out for that. That's the news in case you haven't heard it. Thank you so much for listening to the Xander Effect. Make sure all of you stay very safe out there. Coming up on Monday, I have a special guest. Actor Chris Moss will be on the show. Make sure you watch out for that. And I will also be announcing a movement dedicated to the first responders, so make sure you listen in on that. Again, thank you so much for listening, and be safe out there. And remember, music will always heal all. See you guys next time.
Live it up. B. Taylor. Flow Rida. Live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. You got the right to live. So go and live it. Live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. Let's start the party. Start the party. Live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. You got the right to live. So go and live it. Live it up. Live like it's the night of your life. Let's start the party. Start the party. Live it up.
Girl, I'm dangerous like tightrope. No talking, not that of a maestro. More like that lizard from Geico. When
The Xander Effect is powered by 50/50 Global Music Inc., BMG, and Sony Music The Orchard, in association with Art 19 Media.